Hey, what's up? Hello, I go by Ren. Today I am doing a talking video versus my normal vlogs. Today I'm gonna be telling you guys about how I managed to get straight A's my first semester in college. I'm currently 2 weeks into my second semester and I'm already on the path to straight A's and the chancellor's list for a second time. So I figure I'd share with you guys how I did it the first time. So of course my first tip is gonna start off and be sit in front of the class. This is just, it's easier to pay attention when you sit in front of the class. I sat in front of all of my classes last semester, and it was just easier for me to pay attention, and it's an easier way for your professors to get to know you, especially if you tend to ask a lot of questions and you know, communicate with your professor on things that you don't understand. It's just a great way for y'all to create a relationship early on. And I hear something about if you sit to the front and the left of the class, that's like, I forgot what they called it, but it's like some golden child thing, like psychology type thing, that the teacher is gonna favor you or something if you sit to the front and to the left. I don't know about that. I sit to the front, doesn't matter, left, right, middle, doesn't matter. So just sitting to the front of the class is guaranteed to help you as long as you're focused, you know. Another tip is time management. I have a thing about time. So this varies by person, because I know a lot of people aren't morning people and they are, you know, just not, some people are just, you know, late to like everything. To be on time, you need to be there before anything starts. And that's also a good tip for the first day of classes, because if you get there earlier than the majority of the class, you can have first pick of wherever you would like to sit. So the tips that I'm giving y'all, especially in terms of where you sit and if you ask questions with the professor, won't only benefit you by you knowing whatever the professor is teaching. It can also benefit y'all relationship and help you at the end of the semester. Like if you need a professor to drop your lowest test score, or if you need them to bump your grade up, like say you got like a B+ and you need an A-, like you just want an A-. Like I had a B+ throughout the whole semester, and when I mean a B+, I mean a B+. I had like an 88, 89 in one of my English classes last semester. And I literally, like, after finals and stuff was over, I hit my teacher with that smooth email. But I was like, hello, Professor so-and-so, you know, I've been working diligently in your class all semester, etc., etc. Could you please bump my grade up to so-and-so? And that happened. So another tip of mine is to start off strong. When I was in high school, people told me to start off strong my freshman year, and I tried to, but it was just like, I cared about my grades, but I didn't care about them in the way that I do now. Because I figure I'm paying too much money to be playing around. Like I'm paying too much money to not be an honor student, to not get like first pick of classes and first pick of dorms and stuff like that. Like out-of-state tuition is expensive. So it's just like you're paying too much money to not make the best of your time. We have too much time outside of class to not have all of our stuff done. Like that's another thing about me that I don't get. I don't get how people can know they have an assignment like 2 weeks in advance. So it's just like you have plenty of time to get your stuff done. So what are you sitting around waiting for? Like if I have a chapter that I have to read and the chapter is like 40, 50 something pages, I'm gonna start days in advance so I can read like 5 pages a day and be straight. Hey y'all, I'm editing right now and I realized I forgot to mention something. So ratemyprofessor.com is a great website to use in the registration process. Like when you're registering for classes, it is legitimate reviews to the character of the professors that you are looking for at your university. So that may also be a reason as to why I got straight A's, because I knew the way that my teachers that I chose worked. And like if I needed the textbook, if I didn't need the textbook, things like, you know, do they mark you absent, like is tardiness play a key factor in your overall grade? It gives you a lot of good tips as to who your professor is before you even go to their classes. So it's just a great tool to use. Anyway, back to the video. Second to last is that surrounding yourself with similar people is what's going to help you. My first semester I didn't find like many people at all that had a similar work ethic as me when it comes to like academics. Like I have poetry friends, and we all have the same work ethic when it comes to poetry because we love poetry. But like a lot of them are like older and they stay off campus and stuff like that. So when it would come time to me just being like, you know, studying or, you know, doing homework, I didn't really have anybody to hit up to be like, hey, you want to go over these chapters together? And I mean, that was fine because, you know, I prefer to be alone rather than to be with people who aren't on the same level as me, and aren't focused or prioritizing or trying to get their stuff done. So that's perfectly fine with me. But if you do have like a group of friends or something like that, if you decide to, you know, take my tips and better your education, then it's not gonna, like, you can have friends for certain things. Like you can have that group of friends for like going out, partying, crazy stuff like that. But like if you don't have no friends for working and studying and stuff like that, academics, then that's perfectly fine if you gotta be by yourself, because I spent a lot of my first semester by myself and I turned out fine. So yeah, my last tip for y'all though is that it's all in your head. Like I had the biggest realization come this new year. That sounds so cheesy, new year, new me, but like honestly, I had the biggest realization that a lot of things that I let hold me back are in my head. Like if I tell myself I'm gonna fail this class, then I'm gonna sure enough fail this class. Like last semester, I told myself, I started the first day of classes, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get straight A's this semester. And I said it simple, like I knew it was something that I could easily do. And look at me, like I easily did it. Yeah, I just think a lot of our issues are in our own heads. Like we let things bother us that we shouldn't let bother us. And I don't know why. Like we shouldn't let certain things hold power over us that we do. That's basically the gist of what I'm trying to say. Like all of our issues are in our heads, and if we get out of our heads and believe in ourselves for once, then I think we can all do great things. I think y'all can do great things. If you want to get straight A's, if you want to be on the chancellor's list, if you want to, you know, be an honor roll student, then it is so easy to get that. When people will ask me how I did it, they will be like, oh, it's different though because you're an English major. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, okay, I'm an English major, so what? Like I'm taking my prerequisites right now just like you. Like, do you think English is just easier? Like it's something that I like. Like if you're an engineering student, I'm gonna assume that you like engineering stuff, engineering classes. Like it's gonna be easier for me because I love English. I like writing, I like doing all that stuff. If you don't like it, then it'll probably be harder. That'll probably be a harder class for you, but it's nothing to be like, I can't do it over, you know? Like if you take the time, if you understand what you're learning, if you ask questions, if you make a group chat and y'all help each other out, then there's nothing stopping you but you. That's the gist of it. That basically concludes this video. So comment, like, subscribe, same as always. You guys will see me in the next video. This situation is ridiculous. Like I'm too grown. Like I'm only 18, but I'm still too grown to be going through this right now.